Hi everyone, welcome to the CRC training series. It's great to be back with you all. My name's Leanne O'Shea, and as you know, I'm from Leaders Being Leaders. Today we're going to be talking about a wonderful subject of mine, something we should all implement just that little bit more into our life, goal setting. So as you know, these broadcasts are very short. You do have a workbook that you can work through while we're discussing some of the subjects today. But what I really encourage you to do is go through the manual. The manual is so much more detailed, and if goal setting is something that's important to you, you want to implement it, or you want to give it a go for the very first time, then please listen, write notes in your workbook, but also very much remember to go through the manual. So let's have a look at some of the things we're going to be covering in goal setting today. We're going to be looking at understanding the importance of goal setting, writing your personal vision and mission statement, defining your values, develop, celebrate and create vision board. That's a concept of Leaders Being Leaders, and I really look forward to sharing that with you. That's towards the end of the presentation, and it's also in your manual to give you some detailed information on how you can create your own celebrate, create vision board. So the important steps to goal setting, and then of course goal setting action plan. So to set goals is wonderful, but we also need to know how we're going to achieve them, and that's very much through action planning, one of the most important steps to goal setting. So everyone really does want to live a more enjoyable life, whether that's through your career, personal achievements, family, sport, friendships, relationships, and you can all achieve that simply by setting a goal. So choose to get the most from this presentation. Setting goals and achieving them will change your life. So goals help you really to achieve your highest potential. And I'm sure you would agree that's all that we want. We want to live the best life that we can, and you can certainly do that by setting goals. So from this workshop, I want you to understand that you really need to be accountable for the choices that you make and be accountable for what you want to achieve in your life. But also, I want you to be the best that you can be. Life can really be anything that you want it to be. So are you motivated? Do you understand that it takes focus? And do you know what it is that you want to achieve? So let's look at what goal setting is. It's important to know that goals really are a broad term. It's a process. It's a process on deciding what you want, planning how you're going to get it, and then putting it into action. I think it's important here to mention that goals just aren't about material things, the holiday that you want, that new dress in the shop, the new car that you're looking at, or that boat, or the house that you want to purchase. I think so. It's also really important to mention, certainly with your training within the workplace, that goal setting is also very personal. What is it that you want to achieve in your own personal life? Is there something you want to change about your behaviour or your personality? Is it a relationship that you want to improve? Do you want a stronger family? Do you want to implement values and beliefs into your family? There's so many areas that you can set goals, and I think that's what I really want to stress here today, is goals are very much personal to you, and goals are what it is that you want to improve in your life to live the best life possible. So I think from this slide, I just want to move on by saying that goals without actions are simply just words. So why do we set goals? Well, setting goals gives us a long-term vision and that short-term motivation. So really motivating yourself to turn that vision into a reality. It's really deciding on what you want out of life. And also, if you don't decide what you want, someone else will. So I'll give you a really good example here. If you're just aimlessly walking through life and you're not thinking about what you want from your position in the workplace, and you're not thinking further ahead about your career, then the steps aren't going to be in place to allow you to achieve that. And someone else will make that decision, whether you lose your job or positions just don't become available. But if you really are clear on what you want in your role in the workplace, then you can communicate with your manager. You can put the steps in place for continued learning and training. You can implement the changes that you need to make to yourself to step up into promotion. So if you're clear about what you want in your career, you're very clear on the decisions that you need to make it possible. Let's look at another example. You may have some friends that have been on a cruise or a holiday recently, and you think that's something that you very much deserve as well. So setting it as a goal and realising what you need to put in place to achieve that. It could be that you need to put $50 away a week, and you can clearly see that it is possible for you to go on that cruise. But if you don't take the steps to make it possible, no one else is going to do it for you. So like I shared with you earlier, it is so important that goals is clearly what you want for yourself, not allowing anyone else to make those decisions for you. Of course, you're going to have the negativity come in. You can't afford that. You shouldn't be going on holidays. I can't do it. You can't do it either. But guess what? What I can share with you, if you have absolute certainty around your goals, you can achieve it. Don't allow anyone else to make the decisions for you. Be clear on what you want. And if you follow the steps that I'm going to share with you in this broadcast, you can absolutely achieve them. So, by setting sharp, clear, defined goals, I think it's important to know that you're going to have more pride in yourself. Your self-confidence is only going to get stronger. You are the creator of your life, and so be in control of what you want to achieve for yourself. Recognise your true ability and be motivated by the small wins. I think it's important when we're setting goals is to recognise and celebrate the small wins, which motivate us and encourage us to set the bigger goals. So recognise your full potential, and it really does give you a stronger connection of who you are. So the importance of goal setting? Well, goal setting really does just drives us, and it really allows us to measure our own success. So goal setting helps you define what your purpose is. And there's many tasks in the manual that will assist you to understand what your purpose is. Many of you may not have even thought about what your purpose in life is, so I encourage you to go through the manual. There's so many wonderful exercises in this manual that it's really going to assist you to connect with your purpose and what it is that you want from life, which is then going to allow goal setting to be so easy for you. So have certainty around the possibilities that you can create for yourself. I'm just going to touch on the Wheel of Life briefly. It is detailed in the manual, and we are going to go into it in a lot more detail in our next presentation, which is on self-awareness. But the Wheel of Life model just creates a baseline. It really is a picture of your current situation, and it allows you to look at each section individually. And at Leaders Being Leaders, we really do encourage a holistic approach. And when you can view all areas of your life and what areas are strong and what areas are weak, then you can put in place what changes need to be made for you to really create that balance that we're all looking for. So again, have a look at the Wheel of Life section in the manual. Again, another great exercise. This manual is full of wonderful information. And once you've really gone through the Wheel of Life and established your own thoughts on each area, that's when you can really put together and establish some strong goals. So when we're goal setting, why do we need the 3 Ps? Well, the 3 Ps are really help you achieve your goals. And let's look at them individually. Well, the first one is positive. We all need to have a positive approach, a positive mindset, and a positive belief when we're setting our goals. And let me give you a really good example of that. If you're someone who loves to go to the beach, it's summertime, you've been working really hard and you've had no time to go to the beach at all. And you want to set that as a goal because of it's so important to you. Let's not focus on the negatives, that I've been working too hard, I need to get away from my flatmates, I need to get away from this noisy environment. Whatever it might be that's going on in your life, don't focus on the negative, focus on the positive. And the positive really is that I love time at the beach, I love the peace and quietness, and I love to read a book while I'm lying on the beach. So again, it's focusing on the positive of what you want to achieve from your goal. Not what you're trying to get away from, but what you're trying to achieve. So remember to always keep your goals positive. So the next one is personal. Goals must be personal. They must be what you want and not what other people want. They must reflect your own dreams and values, not those of friends, family, and the media. Now that can be difficult at times, but with practice, it will make it so much easier when you really know what it is that you want for yourself. So again, in regards to something as simple as just wanting to spend more time at the beach, when we make it really personal, it's making a statement as I will go to the beach once a month to enjoy time away, to relax and read. Personal to you. Not what everyone else wants to do, but what is it that you want to do for yourself. And the last one, when we're setting goals, be sure to consider what's possible and what's within your control. So clearly we can't set a goal that we can go to the beach every day. If you can, bless you, that's just absolutely fantastic. But let's be realistic about what's possible. We can put into our schedule and make it a priority that we go to the beach once a month. So what's possible? We can make that a possibility. So monthly is achievable. So whatever goal you're working on, what is possible for you to achieve, to make it your personal goal and also a positive goal. Once you've achieved that, it's incredible what it does to your thoughts, beliefs and your energy levels to go on to create bigger goals. So we're going to now look at the SMARTY goals. Now you've probably heard this term many times before if goal setting is something that you enjoy doing. But the term normally in training of goal setting is what we call SMART goals. But here at Leaders Being Leaders, we've added another letter, and that is the Y. So SMARTY goals is probably the number one process that you should follow to have success in goal setting. So let's look at them individually. So in goal setting, it's really important to be specific. And I think what I'm going to share with you here is something that we can all relate to, and it'll help you understand the process of setting SMARTY goals. Now we all know someone, and I'm sure we've all done it ourselves. We want to either get fit or lose weight, and it's a very common explanation of setting goals, but I think it's really easy to understand SMARTY goals when we explain it for this goal that we all set. We all want to lose weight and we all want to get fit. But if we don't go through the process of setting a SMARTY goal, it's very unlikely that you're going to achieve the results. And I think we all see that when someone sets that goal. The treadmill sits in the corner, doesn't get used. The gym membership only gets used twice and then sits in your wallet. And we buy all these wonderful diet products and never use them. But if you are serious about that goal and is a goal that is personal for you, then we need to look at the SMARTY process to make it work. So let's break that down. Is it specific? Is it specific to you? Is it something that you want to achieve for yourself? Make it really specific. I want to lose 10 kilos in 6 months. I want to join the gym and go 3 times a week. Live in the present moment. Be really specific what it looks like, what it feels like, and what it is that you want to accomplish out of setting that goal. Write it down if you have to, but by writing it down, it really does bring it into reality of specifically what it is that you want to achieve for yourself. So is it measurable? How will you measure weight loss or fitness? You can either obviously step on the scales, know how your clothes are fitting, get measured at the gym, but more importantly, measure it through how you feel and what you're noticing about yourself and what other people are noticing. And when you really start to see the difference and you really measure it, that's only going to motivate you and keep you focused to achieve that goal. So the next one in the SMARTY goals is achievable. Is it achievable? Is the goal that you've set out realistic? Is it achievable? Will you be able to go to the gym every day? Probably not. But setting a goal that's 3 times a week or even once a week and going walking early in the morning is more achievable. But you need to have that commitment to make it achievable. And is it relevant? Is weight loss or fitness, the example that we're using, relevant to you? Or are you doing it because your friends are doing it or because someone's made a comment about your appearance? Is it relevant to you? Is it something you really want for yourself? So that's why you have to be really specific, and that's why we've added the last one, why, because it's all about you. And of course there, the T is timed. What's the timing that you're going to put to it? If we don't put a time to it, then there's no commitment to really making sure that goal works. So the time is in 6 months, I want to achieve the following. And then of course the last one which we've added is why. And the why stands for why is it that you want to achieve this goal, and it all stands for you. Goal setting, remember, is all about what you personally want, and without clearly identifying those areas of the SMARTY goals, you're just not going to be able to achieve it. To really go into achieving your goals, you need to be getting up in the morning and really looking forward to 4 o'clock when you get on the treadmill. You need to be planning your day around that and to be really focused on it and be looking forward to it. If it's something you don't enjoy, you're going to be ignoring that treadmill sitting in the corner of the lounge room. I felt that's a really good example of explaining it. I know it's very much a common one, but it really does emphasise the importance of planning your goals and using the SMARTY goals. Now, it really does give you clarity. And also too, as I've mentioned earlier, in the manual there is a lot more detail in regards to working through the SMARTY goals. So let's move on. Goal setting is not just about identifying what you want, but it's also about identifying what you need to give up. I want to share that again because this is really important. Goal setting isn't about just identifying what you want. It's about identifying what you need to give up. So, like we shared, if you want to set a goal of going on a cruise at the end of the year and spoiling yourself with a holiday, or you want to advance in your job position, or you simply want to get fitter and lose weight, what do you need to give up to really achieve that goal? Are you willing? Are you committed? And are you able to give those things up? Because they're generally the things that really do hold us back. So our goals do need to be prioritised, and you really need to know how to focus your energy on the goals that you want to achieve for yourself. So to really achieve your focused energy, you need to align your goals with your personal visions and values. So now we're going to look at focusing on our purpose. And again, I've given you a wheel of all the different areas of your life. And so do you know what you want from life? And do you know what motivates you to give you the best? What is your purpose in life? So I know that as you're going around the wheel, you're probably thinking, no doubt, there are many adversities and situations that life throws at us that sometimes it's just not possible to live our best in all those areas. But just for a moment, I want you to stop that monkey chatter, and I just want you to think about you. I want you to think about what you value and why those areas are important to you, and what you can achieve in those areas if there was no limitations. So when I wanted to find my purpose in life, I really had to dig deep in my soul, and I really had to think about what it is that I wanted for myself. And probably one of the best questions that allowed me to work this out was that if money was no obstacle, what would I be doing right now? Now, to some of you that may be difficult, but let all the monkey chatter go, let all the negativity go, and when you get some time, I want you to write down what your answer would be. Have fun with it, just explore, just go wild with it. But it will allow you to find what your true purpose is, what you really love in life, and then it makes it so much easier to set goals. So it's about shifting your mindset, having a clear vision, and really having a level of importance of what you're seeing in the circle there, what's most important to you. It's about taking personal responsibility, but more importantly, being really focused on what you want and what you can achieve, because anything is really possible. I really do mean that. Let's move on to our personal mission statement. The personal mission statement really just defines your purpose. It's what you ultimately want to achieve in your life or your career, and it needs to be expressed in a specific, measurable way. So you can really achieve your goals if you write down your mission statement. Now, as we know, many corporations have a mission statement, and they really define the company and what it is they want to achieve, and it really does assist their employees to know the direction that they're taking. So to understand what a mission statement is and why corporations use it, I want to share with you the Australian Army's mission statement, and that is to provide a potent, versatile and modern army to promote the security of Australia and to protect its people and interests. So if mission and vision statements are so important to organisations, why don't we spend time writing our own? And I think that's really important. If we had something clearly defining what it is that we want to achieve in our life, we have it written out and we can see it on a daily basis, I can guarantee you that it will motivate you to stay in the positive. It'll motivate you to stay in the positive, to continually work at your best to achieve it. So I want to share with you now another example that will assist you to write your own personal mission statement. And let me share with you Cara. She's identified several unique strengths that she has, and she's creative, a great problem solver, and always maintains a positive outlook that inspires her team, even on difficult projects. So to her, success means working in a challenging, creative role and receiving a salary that she feels is fair and based on her accomplishment. So her most important goal is to become a member of her company's senior management team within the next 7 years. So from that, Cara's mission statement would be something like this. My mission is to become a member of the company's senior executive team by December the 31st, 2017. By empowering internal teams and helping them solve challenging problems in a creative and successful way. In this role, I want to feel that I'm valued, and my salary and benefits will show this. So you can see how writing a personal mission statement is clearly going to define exactly what you want, and it's going to be in the present moment. It's also going to be in that future moment of that person that you're stepping into. And when you can visualise that person that you're stepping into and read your mission statement on a daily basis, you will achieve that goal. So creating your mission statement, what are the steps that we need to make? Well, you can see from what I shared in regards to Cara, she identified what she does best. She was thinking about what success means to her, and she identified her personal goals, what she wanted to achieve in her career. And she combined those 3 steps, and then she kept refining it. And it's something that she would say to herself on a daily basis. So from there we need to move on to our vision statement, and our vision statement is really more about the emotional aspects of what we want to achieve. So here you define your core values and how you apply those values to your mission. So following on from Cara's mission statement, let's look at her vision statement. So when Cara looks at writing her vision statement, she realises that she loves solving problems because this helps people. She's very fulfilled and uplifted when she's able to solve a problem that no one else can. This isn't because she receives praise, but because she's able to help reduce stress and frustration for someone else. She identifies her core values as integrity, compassion, creativity, and helping people. When she defines her best self, she pictures herself as a strong leader who lifts her team and helps push them towards their own achievement. So Cara's vision statement, what she wrote for herself was, I want to help others grow and succeed in their careers. I'll use my talent for problem solving to help my people grow as individuals and become more successful in their teams. I'll set an example for my team by sticking to my values and maintaining my integrity even under difficult circumstances. So it became very emotional for her. So it's important that We focus on what we want and what we don't want. If we focus on the negative, we're going to receive the negative. But Kara focused very much on what she wants to herself, and she connected to why she wants it. So using your mission and vision statement is really to focus on what you do want. They really are a personal affirmation statement that you can say daily. And for any of you that understand affirmation, they really do put you into a positive starting point to continually move closer and closer to achieving your goals. So values, let's look at values now. And so when the things that you do and the way you behave match your values, then life is usually good. You're really satisfied and you're content. But when they don't align with your values, this is when things start to feel just wrong. They can be a real source of unhappiness. So it's really important to carefully consider your values for several reasons, really. And one of them I want you to think about is that if you're someone that works really hard and works 70 hours a week, but one of your true values is your family, then you're not living by your values, and clearly something needs to change. And goal setting is something that can help you achieve that. But we're not clear on our values and we're not constantly reflecting back on them, life can really quickly spiral out of control. Therefore, it really is a reminder to take a holistic approach view and always refer back to the Wheel of Life. If you do that Wheel of Life exercise, it'll allow you to connect with your values. So in summary, what we've looked at so far is what are goals? Well, goals are really your ambitions, your desires, your targets, your dreams and your visions. They are the ideas that you really consider important enough to turn them into reality. So we looked at the Wheel of Life, a great tool to ensure a balanced approach to all areas of life, and they really are easy to measure. And then we looked at the 3 Ps. The 3 Ps are so important when you're setting goals: positive, personal, and possible. After that, we looked at the SMARTY goals. The SMARTY goals, remember, were specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, timed, and the most important is, why do you want to achieve that goal? It's got to be so important for you. And then we looked at the importance of mission and vision statements. It's your purpose, it's your values. How will you apply your values to your mission? Again, a wonderful exercise in the manual for you to be able to write your own mission and value statement. I encourage you to give it a go. Simplify it if you need to, but enjoy creating what your future looks like. Of course, we looked at our values, and they're the things that we believe are most important in the way that you live and work. So in the manual on page 22 is a great goal setting exercise by a wonderful man named Jim Rohn. I encourage you to go through it. You will need to dedicate a good half an hour, 45 minutes, but you will get a lot from it. Remember to let go of the monkey chatter that's going on in your mind and just have fun and see what comes up for you and what's possible for you in goal setting. So what are some of the important steps for goal setting? Well, the first one is to really make it a habit. We need to set and reset goals constantly. We need to learn to be self-motivated and set short-term and long-term goals. When we have a positive mindset, we really do make it happen. We need to think about who we are being, who we're being now, and who is the person that we're going to step into. The more we can clearly be the best that we can step into bigger and greater goals. When you're passionate and clear and have a very vivid, clear image of what you want to create, you certainly can be the best that you can be. So who is creating your reality? If you're not, then who is? Who is creating your reality? Be in control. And to be in control of your reality, the first step would be to complete the exercises in the manual. Be very clear on what it is that you want to create for yourself, and not compare to other people, not wanting to achieve the same goals of other people or listen to what other people think you should do, but very clear on what you want to create for your reality. And the next one is focusing daily on your goals. The key word there is focus, and I think the most important thing to do is write them down. And using power statements like, I'm fit and fabulous, I'm the employer of the month, I'm a great communicator, I'm going to enjoy that cruise at the end of the year. Focus daily on your goals, and when you focus daily, that positive mindset will become a habit. And when you maintain that positive mindset, as we know, like attracts like. More positivity creates more positivity. So probably the most important aspect of goal setting is really knowing how to put an action plan together. If we don't know what actions we're going to take, then how are we going to achieve our goals? So once you've determined what your goals are and you're sure that they're in alignment with your values and vision for yourself, the next step is to formulate a plan for goal achievement. Documentation really does encourage accountability and can act as a powerful motivator and a daily reminder for the action that is necessary. So in the manual is a great action plan template that you can use. But I think what's also really important that's mentioned in the manual, and something that has assisted me greatly with achieving the many, many goals that I have, whether it's in my personal life, my family or my career, is having an accountability partner. I have many wonderful mentors in my life, but when I have someone who makes me accountable for what I want to achieve, they constantly remind me of my mission or my values or my purpose or the goals that I want to achieve. When you have accountability partner, they really do keep you on track. So make sure you read more about that in the manual. It's important to discuss visualisation when it comes to goal setting. For me, it's the number one tool. When I can clearly visualise what it is that I want to achieve for myself, I bring the emotion into it. I can feel it, I can see it, I really know the difference that it's going to make for myself and what other people are going to notice as well. So for those of you who have never visualised before, I really want to simplify it for you. It really is about being really pacific and just taking the time to relax, closing your eyes and seeing it and feeling it as if it's already happened. Seeing yourself on the cruise, enjoying a cocktail, lying around, meeting new people, soaking up the sun. It's really about feeling it. It's about bringing the emotions into the reality of it being an absolute possibility. So to visualise, it's a really simple process. It's about just relaxing, closing your eyes and using all your senses to feel it. Feel it as if it's already here. Feel it and know the emotion that it's already happening for you. I visualise on a daily basis, and I can share with you that it does really strengthen your positivity and strengthens your beliefs in what is possible. So picture the goal is already achieved in really great detail. See it happening in the present moment. Feel it and have certainty about the goal that you want to create. Visualisation is probably one of the most important aspects in goal setting. That's very much my own personal opinion. It's a tool that I love to use, and when you try it out for the very first time, I'm sure you'll be emailing me saying, wow, that was an incredible sensation to feel. It's about knowing that it's happening and having certainty around the goal. So believe that the goal will come true. Affirm it to yourself. Affirmations really are a useful tool. Really picture yourself as your best self. So the next one I want to share with you is something that Leaders Being Leaders have created, and that's the Celebrate, Create Vision Board. It really is another visualisation tool, only stronger. And it's more effective because you instantly feel it and believe it, but of course you also see it. And so how to create a Celebrate, Create board is really, you can either just write it, or you can create pictures and cut out pictures and create more of a visual. But on one side of your board, you're celebrating what you've already achieved. So this is something I do on a yearly basis, and I reflect back over the last 12 months and write down and cut out pictures of everything that I've achieved in the last 12 months. It allows me to reflect, reconnect, and just lift my vibration, lift my energies about, wow, You know, if I hadn't taken the time to sit down and really write down and reflect on what I've achieved, I'm celebrating the wins. But when I've created that energy, it then allows me to go on and create bigger, clearer, stronger goals. So then on the other side, I create the goals that I want to achieve in the next 12 months. So you can clearly see by celebrating first, we're identifying our accomplishments. We really are celebrating all that's possible. Instantly our vibration is lifted, and our subconscious mind will just motivate and encourage us to continually working towards achieving our goals. So make sure you take a look at that Celebrate, Create vision board exercise in the manual, and give it a go for yourself also. So in summary, again, the other things that we've looked at in this broadcast is the steps for setting goals, and they were making it a habit. Who am I being in each moment? Who is creating your reality? And focusing daily on our goals. It's also important to take an action plan to be really accountable. What actions are you going to take to achieve your goals? We looked at the importance of visualization and really putting the emotion, being able to see and feel what our goals and our future potential looks like. And the last one we looked at was Celebrate, Create vision board. It really is about make it a goal and then achieve it. Really notice what you've achieved and celebrate what you've achieved, and then go on to set bigger, greater goals. So really the most important thing in life is to stop saying I wish and actually to start saying I will. So in closing of this great broadcast today, I just wanted to share with you a really great quote. Your goals are the roadmap that guide you and show you what is possible in your life. So remember, I'd love to hear from you, any emails that you have in regards to goal setting. If there's anything in the manual that you don't understand or you want some clarity around some of the tasks, please email through, happy to assist. I also wanted to share too, I think with goal setting, we haven't covered it in this broadcast, and I will be covering it in later broadcasts, but for me, I also think too, goal setting is about really understanding and living in a place of abundance, but also living with gratitude. So they're two things that I also want you to think about today, and also are they things that you think about? And if not, I'd like to encourage you to read up about the importance of living in abundance, but also being very grateful for what we have in life. As you know, I encourage lots of reading. So there's some recommended readings there, some added resources to already the great manual that we provide to you. So there's some more books that I encourage you to read, research on the internet. So our next presentation, which I know you're all going to thoroughly enjoy, and really is the essence of who Leaders Being Leaders is all about, is self-awareness. So I look forward to seeing you all again. I'm fairly certain that with our self-awareness presentation, there's going to be two of us sharing lots of wonderful, valuable content. So I hope you've got a lot out of today's broadcast. Goal setting is important. I hope you make it important in your life. Remember, you've got lots of wonderful reading material there. It's great to be with you all, and I wish you a fantastic day.